What's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm living the dream.
Living the dream.
If I was any better, there'd be two of me.
Really? I might could make that happen with all this technology.
I don't know if the world can handle it.
I don't think we can. I don't think we can handle it. I wonder how they're doing.
Tell me, how are y'all doing?
Are you doing good? Are you doing like on a scale of 1 to 10? Like 1 being like horrible, 10 being
You're in
literally
Disney World.
the best day of your life. I want you to tell me 1 to 10. You do it with me. You ready?
I had the best day of my life one time.
You ready? I'm going to count to 3,
Okay.
and then you're going to say a number between 1 and 10 to tell us how you're doing. You ready? You say a number 2. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Let me think. You think. Okay, I know where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 7.
7 3/4.
Oh my goodness, we said the
Look
same
at
number.
her.
We're so much alike.
Actually, I said 7 3/4.
You got to be weird like that.
It's because, like, I feel like I'm a little bit more happy. That's the right way to say it.
I guess.
Than a 7. But I'm not quite an 8.
Oh man, you're thinking way too much into this.
Fine. 7.
Okay,
We'll go with
7.
7. Okay.
Hey, we said the same number.
Look at here. We're pretty much the same person.
That's amazing, actually. You know, we was talking about that the other day about how we have a lot of the same interest,
Yeah.
but as people,
We have
like
the same first name.
Tater. That's right. I was lost there for a second. I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, that's right. We do have a lot in common,
We are the
but
same people.
yeah, but we also have a lot of differences.
Quite a few.
Quite a few. Like our personalities could not be farther apart.
Yeah.
Usually, like,
I'm so much cooler.
see, that is up for debate. What do you think? Don't tell me. Don't hurt my feelings. But here's the deal.
Hurt his feelings.
We are a lot alike, but at the same time, we are really different. And we were
yeah.
talking about it. And I told him, I had an older fella in my life one time tell me that you'll never truly be happy in life until you're happy with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, because we are all we're made different. You know,
Right.
We're a lot of the same. We all have same interests and stuff, but really and truly on the outside, we have different characteristics. That goes way back to the first time we ever met in the Taterverse here. And, you know, we're talking about how on the inside we may be the same, on the outside we're different.
Right.
So-
I'm taller.
A little bit,
You have better hair.
a lot bit. Not today though. It ain't doing much today for me.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So, how do you? Let me ask you this question, Tater Chip.
Okay.
How do you get to the point, I guess, of being satisfied with what you have, and not just because the word satisfied, you know, it don't just mean to be happy with what you have.
Mm-hmm.
It also means to be happy with who you are.
Right.
And so, how do you get to that place to be satisfied with who you are?
Well, you have to have a lot of money,
No, you
a
don't.
lot of friends, and a lot of stuff.
Oh, you think so?
That's where true happiness lies.
I think you were crazy, and you are joking because he's not being serious.
That's exactly right. That's not true.
Okay.
That is not true.
I can tell you how.
Tell me.
I was thinking about this the other day, and how to be happy with what you have. There's a lot that goes into it, but one of the main things that I think that helps me is to understand that there are some things in my life that I have no control over.
Right.
I woke up this morning and the sun was shining, and you know what? I loved it. But guess what? I had no control over that.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things in life I have no control over, but there are some things that I do have control of.
Mm-hmm.
And those things that I do have control of, that's where I need to spend my time working instead of focusing on things in my life that I can't control. Because when you focus on the things that you cannot control, you are going to be anxious. You're going to be worried all the time because you can't fix the problem. And, you know, there's a lot of things in life we can't control. What's something in your life that you cannot control?
A lot of things.
Yeah,
I can't control how my family acts.
that's true.
I can't make them act a certain way.
Yeah.
I can't make my mom and dad or make my wife or even my little girl act the exact way that I want them to act.
Absolutely.
I can't really control that.
That's true. You know, people, just in general, man, you know, we can't control other people. And that's where it comes into play. What can you control? I cannot control Tater Chip, but I can control Tater Man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't control the person beside me, but I can control me. And so, a lot of times, I think this is so true for somebody that's 5 years old, somebody that's 55 years old.
Yep.
Is because we want to spend our time and our energy on focusing on stuff that we have no control over. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people that they worry and they focus on other people's actions when in reality they can't do anything about that.
Right.
And so if you want to learn to be happy and satisfied with who you are, you got to learn to focus on what you can control.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Your emotions and how you feel as far as whether or not you're happy or sad or whatever it is, oftentimes we think, oh, that's judged based on what happens around you. No. Your emotion and whether or not you're happy or not is all based off of you.
Right.
If you go, I know some people that they're sad and they're just bummed out all the time. And the reason they're bummed out all the time is because they choose to be like that.
That's right.
They choose to focus on the bad and the negative. But I'm the kind of person that I like being happy.
Mm-hmm.
I like being positive.
Me too.
I like looking on the bright side of everything. And
an optimist.
Yeah. And 90% of the time, my day is still stressful. Mm-hmm. My day, most of the time, there's nothing really that is that exciting about my day, but I choose to make the best of it. Mm-hmm. I choose when I get up, hey, it's going to be a great day. I'm going to enjoy my day. I'm going to live the dream, all that kind of stuff. And I have little sayings like that I say to myself that even if my day is bad, I've decided, hey, I've got one life to live. I can't go back and relive tomorrow.
That's right.
I can't go back and relive yesterday. And I can't go forward and relive tomorrow and live tomorrow before I live it for the first time. All I have is today. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to make the most out of today while I have it to use.
That's right. I think going on that point, I cannot control what comes in my life, problems that come in my life, but I can control my attitude.
Right.
I can control my attitude. And that is something that you guys can control. You can control your attitude. You can control how you, honestly, you can control how you feel.
You can't control when you get phone calls.
I know, me and Tater Chip just both got a phone call. But you can control your attitude. You can control your actions. Mm-hmm.
I heard an old statement one time. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Mm. I mean, just a little bit of what actually happens to you is what controls you. Mm-hmm. But how you react to it. Yep. You can react mad, you can react happy, you can react sad. But and I'll say it like this. If you have friends that maybe get on your nerves, but you enjoy being around them, don't let one thing that they did, which is like maybe 5-10 seconds of your day, ruin your entire day.
That's right.
I heard an old statement one time. If it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset over it.
That's right. That's where we mess up sometimes. We want to
dwell on
things.
Hold on to it.
That's right. And you gotta learn to let it go. And kind of like Elsa.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
And there was a really, really wise statement one time that said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. So the point to all this chaos for the last 7-8 minutes is this.
Yes. In
your life right now, I want you to think of some things.
Your life.
Yeah, you. That's right. Think of some things in your life that you have control over. I'm gonna give you some examples.
I have all this power.
Yeah. You have control over your attitude. Mm-hmm. You have control over your actions and your reactions. You have control over your energy and your effort you put into things. Your schoolwork. Mm-hmm. You have control over. You don't have control over the grade you're going to make. Technically, I think you could argue that, but let's just leave it to the side just for argument's sake. Right. But you do have control over the effort that you put into your schoolwork. And say you got maybe a bad grade. Maybe you just ain't satisfied with how good you're doing, or you think you could do better. Well, at the end of the day, it is on you to put the effort in, and that's your choice whether or not you're going to put the effort in to making it happen.
When something bad happens to somebody, they have two reactions. There's either the reaction of, well, I'll just quit. Fine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They get a bad grade. Oh, fine. I'm just terrible at math. I can't do it. I can't figure out social studies. Science is too hard. English. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? They just quit. Or there's the reaction of something bad happens and they say, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can to fix that in the future. Mm-hmm. You may have failed a math test. You may have failed a science test. You may have failed a bunch of tests here in the past couple of weeks. But what you need to remember is don't give up. Giving up is never the answer.
No.
Because then you're going to continue getting those bad grades. You're going to continue getting all that. But allow that failure to become a positive, to encourage you to study more. Maybe look over your spelling words one more time, 2 more times that week. Or read over your math questions. Look over everything that you're supposed to be going over. Mm-hmm. And use it to drive you to be better. You know, that's how Michael Jordan became the way he was?
Really?
Michael Jordan is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I personally think the greatest, but you can argue it, different people. Mm-hmm. But Michael Jordan, actually, his 9th grade year, he didn't even make the basketball team. Mm-hmm. But instead of quitting, he could have just gave up and said, you know what, fine, basketball is just not for me. And look at everything that we would have missed. Mm-hmm. But instead, he took from 9th grade to 10th grade and worked like crazy to get better. And then 10th grade, he was awesome. 11th grade, he was better. 12th grade, he was amazing. Then he goes on to play at North Carolina. Then he goes on to play for the Chicago Bulls and becomes the first athlete ever to make $1 billion. Mm-hmm. I mean, he could have just gave up, but that's not the answer.
That's right. That's right. There's the key to it is this: focus on what you can control, and if you cannot control, don't let it take up residence. Don't let it stay up in your mind all the time. Okay.
Right.
Focus on what you can control. And if you'll do that, you can learn to be happy and to be satisfied with what you have and who you are. And I think I've learned something today.
Yeah. There's an old word. We don't use it much in our just talking, but it's called contentment. Mm-hmm. And contentment just means, it doesn't mean that you're satisfied and you never want to do anything more in your life. But contentment means that exactly what we've been talking about. What you can control, you control it, you handle it. But what you can't control, you're fine with it. You deal with it.
That's it. Hey.
Understand it's out of your hands.
That's right. Hey, we'll see you next week here in the Taterverse.
Here in the Taterverse.
Y'all be good. See y'all.